Morning, students. Overloading. C++ has two types of overloading. One is a function overloading, another one is a operator overloading. The function overloading is a feature in C++ where two or more functions can have the same name but different parameters. So the function name is the same but different parameters. The parameter differ in type or in numbers. Okay. Let us see this example. Here void print. Print is a function. Int I here is int. We print I. Then void. The same function name is same signature or the function name is given here print, but the argument differs. Here we define the int, whereas here it is a double. So we print the double value. Then the same function name print, but the argument is a character. So we print character. Therefore, function name print, but the arguments are here int, here double, and here constant. So this is called the function overloading. Therefore, 10 when so integer value is passed here. Similarly, 10.10. So double value is passed here, and then ten. So a character value is passed here. The same function but different data type. So this is called the function overloading. Okay. So let us see this example. Max int A int B. The body of the function. Here max float A float B. Therefore the function name is same but different data type. Here we use the integer data type and we use the float data type. The next one is operator overloading. Okay. For example, the insertion operator we use in Cn, that is the double greater than. That operator we use somewhere else, which is a shift operator. Okay, that is the same operator but different meanings. What is called the operator overloading. So the general syntax for defining operator overload is return type, class name, scope resolution operator, the keyword operator, then the operator to be overloaded. That is the symbol, operator symbol, which is the operator to be overloaded, and the argument list in function body. Okay. So there are various types of operator that support in C++. They are the unary operator, increment, decrement operator, binary operator, etc. Okay. So unary operators are plus, minus, asterisk, plus, minus, like that. Then binary operators are the plus. We can use the binary operator for addition of 2. Okay, like that various operators are used for overloading. Let us see one example. So class distance, here we define two data members, feet and inches. Okay. Then under constructor we assign these two as 0. Then another constructor we define int f int I, then assign feet equal to f and I equal to inches. Then another method, display distances. Here we display the feet and inches. Then we use the operator overloading here. So distance operator is a keyword, then minus. So minus is the operator to be overloaded. Then here we assign feet equal to minus feet, like that inches equal to minus inches. Then return these feet and inches. So under main, we declare the object D1, which has two parameters, that is the values 11 and 10, and D2 equal to minus 11 and minus 5 and 11. Okay. Therefore minus D1. So minus D1 means it passes to the operator. So here then its value has been changed, that is 11 becomes minus 11 and 10 becomes minus 10. Okay. Similarly minus D2. So minus 5 becomes minus 5 into minus 5, that is plus 5, and this plus 11 becomes minus 11. Okay. So that we displayed here. Therefore F becomes minus 11 and I becomes minus 10. Here 5, so positive 5, then negative 11. So this concept is called the operator overloading. Okay, this is the unary minus, right? Then another is a binary operator. Okay, so we define a complex class into real, imaginary, then assign real equal to 0, imaginary equal to 0. Okay, so since we pass the value from the object, therefore we assign R to real and I to imaginary. Therefore constructor complex, so class name is a complex, then operator keyword, then plus is a operator to be overloaded, then parameter is a and object which is a constant. So here we define a temporary variable res, therefore res dot real equal to real plus object dot real, then res dot imaginary equal to imaginary plus object dot imaginary, then return res. Okay. So here we print the real and imaginary, since the imaginary has a I value. Okay, so 2 plus I3. Okay, for that we print the I here, then we pass the parameter in the main, that is we define the object C1 and C2. The parameters are 10, 5. So R value, that is the real value, is a 10 and imaginary value is a 5. Like that here, one example, 2, 4. So 2 is a real and 4 is a imaginary. Therefore complex C3 equal to C1 plus to C2. Therefore here that we use the operator overloaded. So this operator, this function. Okay. Therefore this is 10 plus 2, 12, and 5 plus 4, 9. Therefore 12 plus I, 9. So this is called the binary operator overloading. So like that we use these operators, we can overload, that is the plus, minus, star, slash, mod operator, then power operator, and like that all these operators we can overload, but these operators we cannot be overloaded. That is the scope resolution operator, then pointer, that is star and dot and star, then a dot, and then question and colon, conditional operator. So these operators we cannot overload. Other than this kind of operators we can overload. So this concept is called the operator overloading. The next one is templates. So C++ has two kind of templates. Again, the function template and class template. So how to define the template means, its syntax is a template, then type name T. Using this T we can define the variables. So T function min, so TA TB, like that, return. If A is less than B, then A, otherwise B. So what is the difference between the template and function overloading? Function template. function template and function overloading. So in the function overloading, we use the same function name but different data types. Okay, then we call the same. Suppose if we want to call the integer function, then we call this one. Like that, we want to call float function, means we call this function. That is, two functions we have defined. Whereas by using the template, just we can define only one function, just we can pass the parameters. Okay. See that template, type name t. Okay. Then t my max. This is the function. If you are designing tx and ty, so return if x is greater than y, then x, otherwise y. So maximum value we have to return. Okay, right. Only one function we have defined. So see out my max. So since it is an integer value we are passing, therefore we have to specify the int 3, 7. So then what happened? This 3, 7 is passed here. 3, 7. 3 is greater than 7. False. False means y. So 7 is a biggest one. Similarly here, see out my max character. Here we use the character values. Okay. So G, E. Therefore these character values are passed to this function. Okay. Then it compares, whichever is greater than that will be returned. Okay. So only one function, whereas in the function overloading we use two functions, whereas in the template we use only one definition. Okay. So this is the difference between the function template and function overloading. Next one is a class template. So like a function template, we can also define a class template. A class template can be defined the same way as a function template. Here we specify it is a class. So template class T, then class name, then definitions. Okay. Here data members and member functions are defined by this T. So how to create a class template object? Okay, again the name of the class, then the data type, whether it is an integer, float, etc. After that, the object name. The same way as object is defined, but here we have to specify the data type. Okay. So example is a class name int, class object, class name float, class object, class name string, class object. Let us see one example. So template class T, then class calculator. Okay. Here defining number 1, number 2 of template variable type T. Okay, T number 1, number 2. In calculator N1, N2. So T N1, T N2. Then we assign N1 to number 1, since we use access only the private variables. Okay, N2 to number 2. Then here we display first number 1, number 2 we display. After that we add these two by using the add function. Like that we subtract these two by using the subtract function. So multiply function and division functions. Okay, first add. So T add return number 1 plus number 2. Like the T subtract return number 1 minus number 2. Then T multiply return number 1 into number 2. Then T divide return number 1 divided by number 2. So here we declare the object. So the class name is a calculator. Here we define the data type int, then object 1, 2, 1. Like that for float, the object 2, so 2.4, 1.2, these values are passed here, passed here, okay, like that divide. So here we display all these values. So result is object on dot display means the integer values are positive and display the sum, subtract, multiply and divide, like that. For the floating value, object 2 we defined. So using that member function, we can display all these things. So only one function, we can display different data types. This is called a class template. This shows the result.